Hello, my dear Capricorn. Welcome. This is your energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st of 2023. Let's see, where's my Capricorn energy going to be for this week? Your subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. Wheel of Fortune. You're gonna change some things this week, my dear Capricorn, or things are gonna change for you. Wheel of Fortune is all indicative of one cycle finishing up and a new cycle beginning. You will see a positive opportunity come your way this upcoming week, and it's almost gonna feel like there's a little luck. When you're going to see that opportunity coming in, you're just going to be like, wow, this was like a really lucky encounter. This was like a really lucky opportunity that I have in front of me. So let's see what the rest of the cards are saying here to get a bigger picture. Wow, all of these major arcana cards. Incredible. You're currently in this High Priestess energy, that energy of kind of tapping into your subconscious and trusting your gut as it pertains to different type of situations. And I do feel like it's going to be a really much work related situation that's going to be highlighted for you, because the Nine of Wands is here in your subconscious drives. I feel like you've been very resilient and very persistent in your workspace, where you have been putting in a lot of hours, putting in a lot of effort, kind of doing a lot within the work sector, and you understanding that it's not everything. Like, work is not everything. Work is just a part of your life. Work is not all of your life. And I feel like you will have some kind of opportunities this week to at least understand that there's a little bit more to life than just work. The Magician is here in your obstacle sector for this week, and that's that energy where you might come off a little too rude, a little too abrupt with people around you, because you might feel fed up. Like, as I said before, you are doing a lot, you are working very hard, you are just like kind of like jumping on every opportunity, and you might feel like others are just bringing you down instead of bringing you up this week. Do watch out for those feelings, because if you do come off short towards people that you work with, like towards your colleagues or, you know, like your work associates, it just might hinder your process later on. And it might hinder this energy of like opportunities in some type of way. Seven of Cups is here for you as your strength, which is beautiful energy, because that's the energy that helps us, fuel that desire to look for different opportunities, to look for what is there for me that's going to be more beneficial for me financially, more beneficial for me as it applies to my work and life balance, and opportunities that would bring much better individuals into my life. So some of you might want to look for a new job, a new profession, switch your profession altogether, or you might want to, you know, like move even within the company to a different department. So do watch out for those opportunities, because they will show themselves. Or if they're not going to show themselves out of the blue, then you definitely will be looking and you will see something that's going to be really suited for you. And look at this. Six of Pentacles is the possible outcome for this week. And it is that understanding of, you know, how much am I putting in? What am I getting back? We are worthy, and you will recognize that you are worthy, my dear Capricorn. You're worthy to your company. You're worthy with the skill set that you have. And therefore, you should be compensated equally. You should be respected equally. And you should be given opportunities that are equal to everything that you have to offer. Does it make sense? I hope that it does. Really good energy, a lot of self-growth, and I really like this recognition of being worthy. And because of this recognition, you will see how your cycles in your lives are changing, and more positive opportunities will come your way because you will be looking for them. Really good energy. I absolutely love it. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video, click subscribe, and have a super wonderful week. Hello, my dear Aquarius. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st of 2023. The New Year's is upon us. Isn't that wild? This is going to be Aquarius energy for this week. Subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome. Overall vibe. We got 10 of Wands here, and I feel like this 10 of Wands is a reflection of everything that you were able to accomplish in the past few months in your life. It's kind of like all of the responsibilities that you've had and all the responsibilities that were you put on you are finally going to ease off, and you will be recognized by your family, by your associates, at how amazing you persevered through this difficult time frame. And I feel like for some of you, you will even have your relatives, your loved ones, extending their hand and extending their support to you in various ways. You might get a little bit of money from some of your family members, or you might get like literal support through like doing certain chores for you, doing certain things for you, just to help you out. Let's see what the cards say. What more we got here? Okay, yeah, okay. Makes total sense. So you're currently in this justice energy, and that's the energy of creating balance in your life. That's the energy of fairness, and you've been treated unfairly either by life, either by people around you. There were circumstances that you were stuck in that definitely kind of set you back quite a bit. And I feel like that's why I felt so strongly when the 10 of Wands came up here. I feel very strongly that you've been persevering and you've been pushing through and you've been getting your responsibilities taken care of, no matter how difficult it's been for you. And the 7 of Swords is here in your subconscious because it's been difficult for you. You're carrying burdens that are not yours to carry. You know, you're taking care of things that are not for you to be taken care of. And obviously this is a general reading, so I do not know how it manifests in your life. It could be taking care of your nephew that you kind of did not sign up to take care of, but for some reason your sibling is sick during this time frame and you just had to step up and you had to take care of this nephew of yours. And it's been really, really difficult. It's been somebody else's burden that you had to carry on your shoulders. Or you might have had some people sick at your job and therefore you had to, you know, take their workload onto your shoulders. And obviously that hasn't been easy on you. It's been very difficult, and now people around you are recognizing that, wait a second, like Aquarius has been going through a lot. Aquarius has been carrying this burden on their shoulders, and I do feel like that cycle is wrapping up for you though, in some way. Either somebody, as I said before, is going to step in and help you out, or you will recognize that you no longer can proceed doing all these things and you will just say no to it. Or for others of you, it's just the way the cycle is just going to finish up and the nephew's finally going to go home. The co-workers are going to come back to your job. I just want to mention the 7 of Swords card here. I strongly feel is the burden that you should not be carrying is because look at the card itself. You have this guy here with a whole bunch of swords that are open, like the blades are open. And this person is carrying all of these swords under their arm. Obviously, You can't just carry swords like this. Like, what's going to happen? You're going to get cut up everywhere. You're going to cut your arm off, for God's sake, and like cut your kidneys out or something. I don't know. And that's what the universe wants you to know, that the universe recognizes that you have been carrying somebody else's burdens that are really, really hurting you. We have a 10 of Swords here in your obstacle sector. You could be scared that this will never finish. You could feel like you can no longer go on because it's just been way too much and you're just totally done. And however, what the universe wants you to know, the 9 of Swords is here as your strength, which is pay attention to your thinking, right? The universe wants you to know that you are strong, you are powerful, you have a lot more in you that you will be able to surpass this time successfully. It's kind of, what's that saying? You will never be given more than you can handle. So it's kind of what the universe is telling you right now. Yes, it's a lot. Like, it's definitely like the cards are recognizing that this is a lot. Like, this is a heavy burden. This is too much. However, it shall pass. Just remember, it shall pass. This feeling of hopelessness shall pass. This feeling of defeat, the stress, and this fear shall pass. You just gotta watch what you're thinking and make sure that you're not letting your mind get into that state of anxiety, get into that state of hopelessness, and kind of like not feed your energy with this trauma, if that makes sense. Let's see possible outcome. The Temperance. Woohoo! The Temperance is here. It's all about it's all about to turn in a whole different direction. You're about to have this burden lifted off your shoulders. You're about to get the rest and healing that you deserve. It's about to finish, and hopefully you're going to see the glimpses of it this week. And I do feel like many of you will feel this release during this week, either because, as I said before, the situation will finish, or because somebody else will step in and help you out, or you will realize that you no longer can go on like this, and you will just cut it out, cut this burden out in some type of way. I just want to point it out. We have 2 tens that are indicative of finishing one cycle and starting a new cycle. We got a Temperance card, which is all about metamorphosis, transformation, going from one to another. And we got a 9 of Swords here, which is also indicative of change about to happen. So the good news is, whatever it is that's been driving you insane and like pretty much killing you, even for some of you, it's about to finish up and things will brighten up for you. I love to see the Temperance here as an outcome for sure. I love to see it for you because this is heavy energy, my dear Aquarius. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe, and have a super wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Pisces. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st of 2023. Let's see where my Pisces energy is going to be this week. Subconscious drives, obstacles, support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. The Hierophant. I absolutely love it. The Hierophant energy is a very, very, very strong energy. It's all about structures in our life. It's all about like, where do we work? What are we doing? Like, who are we and how do we fit within the society type of card. It's all about kind of like, how do we fit within the social norms in our society. And I feel for many of you, this week is going to be one of those weeks where you're going to be pondering upon, where are you going versus where are you now? And how is it that you're going to get there in this upcoming year? Let's see what the rest of the cards are saying, but that's the energy that I'm feeling here. Yeah, long-term planning. Yep. Okay, so you're coming out in the Ten of Swords energy, and that's that energy of like being totally overworked, being totally kind of like so done with things, where you're just done. You are just done. And it could be in regards to any situation. I do feel for many of you it's going to be within your work, but then your life-work balance specifically, and even within your personal relationships. You will realize that you are just one person. You are one person who is being split in 1,000 different ways. You realize that for many of you, you have people in your life who rely on you for emotional support. You have other people in your life who rely on you financially. You have people in your life who rely on you as like as a mentor. You have other people in your life who rely on you for their friendship. You are realizing that there's too many who are taking pieces of you, my dear Pisces, and you're realizing that you are just the only person. And that's why right now you are feeling like you're defeated and you are imprisoned by your circumstances, because there's only you're only one person, yet there's way too many places where your energy has to go every single day. And you're realizing that that's not sustainable. That's what the Three of Wands energy is here in your subconscious. And that's that looking ahead energy. That's that energy that's helping us figure out, okay, how are we going to continue living our life? How are we going to change things up? How are we going to address all of these issues so they're not continue following us for the next year? That's why I really feel like for many of you for this week, you're gonna be contemplating and figuring out, how is it that I have to structure my life to make it better, to make it more feasible, to not feel like I'm being torn apart every single day or every single week or however much. How is it that I can make my life more balanced and more sustainable for the year to come? The Six of Pentacles is in your obstacle. What the universe wants you to know is that just kind of being stingy with your energy is not gonna really help you. You still have to figure out that balance, like you can't really cut all of your friends out, right? You can't cut your colleagues out, like a few, because going out with your friends is important. Sharing connections with your friends is important. Like at work, you can't just say, that's it, like I'm not helping anybody else at work. You kind of probably can't just do it that way, right? You can't just tell people to go F themselves and never see them again. Like you can't tell your family members to like, I don't want to be your parent anymore. Like I don't want to be your sibling anymore. I don't want to be your child anymore. Like just leave me the heck alone. We can't do it in a society. And that's what the universe wants you to understand, that you have to be a very, very, very thoughtful and discerning and how you approach this plan on how to lead your life as it, as the 2023 approaches. Like what are the things that you got to do to switch up? And the Five of Wands is in your strength sector here, which is absolutely amazing. I love seeing this card in your strength for you right now, because this is the transformation card. This is the understanding that instead of like continuing things the way that they are, I need to change it. And instead of just cutting everyone off, I just have to be honest with myself and stick to my plan. As in, if you gotta hang out with your friends, we all do, like even if you're the most antisocial person ever, there's still somebody that you're connecting with. Human beings, we are social creatures. Some of us are more social, others are a little bit less social, but we're still social creatures, and we seek socialization in some type of manner. So instead of just telling your friends, okay, screw all of them, like I can't do it anymore, pick a day. Just decide, okay, 1 day per month I'm going to be spent with my friends. And that's going to be the time where we can talk, where we can catch up, where we can do things. I'm not going to be picking up my phone every single time my friend calls me to vent about their, their relationship and whatnot. You know, just create those boundaries for yourself. At work, when you're coming into work, just tell yourself, like, okay, today I'm gonna get my things done. I'm not gonna go to lunch with 3 of these coworkers who just sit there and waste 3 hours out of my day. Maybe I'll go to lunch with them only once a week, because I still have to continue like keeping this up, like keeping my connections at work going. Maybe instead of mentoring somebody 24/7, responding to their emails all the time, responding to their text messages all the time, and be there for them all the time, just specifically tell them, I'm only available for you on Thursdays from this time to this time. Let's make it our time, and this is going to be the time when we check in and we go over things. Does it make sense what I'm trying to say? I hope that it does. If you put those boundaries in place, you're not being stingy with your energy here. You're being smart with your energy, where you're still keeping up your social connections, your working connections, your familiar connections, but you're doing it in a much smarter manner, where now it's not draining you out. Now it's only, you know, kind of reinforcing your relationships instead of taking away from you. I hope that it makes sense. Yeah, Page of Cups, another card for the new beginning. I love it. And you're going to be happily surprised how much you are able to change your life. You know, pages are indicative of a new cycle. And here we got a happy page, Page of Cups. This is all about happiness, all about having a good time with people around you. This is all about recognizing that having joy is something that you have to work towards. You know, it doesn't just fall on your head. Having joy, it means that you have appropriate boundaries with people around you, where you can share your energies in a positive manner, instead of being the sponge for everyone to come to complain to and to save them, if that makes sense. Wow, this was a lot, and this is a lot. However, it's an incredible, incredible reading for you, my dear friend. I absolutely, absolutely love it. I feel like 2023 is going to be a tremendous year for you. We got 3 cards that are indicative of change right here for you. Love it, my dear Pisces. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful week. Hello, my dear Aries. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st. Let's see where my Aries energy is. Subconscious drives, obstacle for the week, support, possible outcome, overall vibe, the Devil card. You know, the Devil card is all about figuring out what is it that's keeping us trapped. So for you, my dear Aries, I feel like this week is gonna give you that profound energy to figure out what is keeping you back, what is sabotaging your life, and what is it that you gotta change up in order to decrease anxiety in your life, to decrease instability in your life. You know, the Devil energy could be indicative of like something as crazy as I don't know, like being addicted to jumping out of airplanes. You know, and obviously some people love to do it, and maybe it's no longer fitting your life if you are not into it. I mean, if you were into it for a long time, maybe you're no longer into it. It doesn't fit your life anymore. So you will be addressing this, like cutting these things out. It could be addiction of some kind. It could be just wasting money on things that do not matter. It could be overeating all the time, not feeding yourself well, drinking too much, not drinking enough water, like whatever it is, but something that's trapping you, something that's keeping you from going to the next stage in life. Let's see what the rest of the cards say. Wow. Oh my God, beautiful cards. So you're right now in a King of Swords energy, and that's that energy of being very clear-headed and really much understanding that when you have discipline and when you're honest with yourself, you can essentially achieve anything in life. I love that you are in the King of Swords energy right now, and that's what's pushing you to recognize, what is it that's keeping me back in life? What is it that's preventing me of being the better version of me? Underneath it all, you have the King of Cups energy, and that energy, as much as you are trying to make the right decisions, it also kind of pushes you to disconnect from people around you and get more into yourself, like get into your head, and allows you to kind of think about like whatever's on your mind right now, which is like creating this change without much interference from somebody else's voices, from the people around you, which is absolutely great. So it's really self-motivating energy here. What the universe wants you to know is that talking about it with others is probably not going to help you. Unfortunately, this week is all about you, and for you to figure out what is the right thing for you to do. Unfortunately, if you let others into your mind, into your space right now, they might give you poor advice. So if you're trying to, let's say, eat healthier, and you start talking to somebody, a friend, family member, coworker, like whoever you're close with, you're gonna start telling him, you know what, like I want to start eating better, like I want to stop eating sugar, I want to stop drinking coffee, like whatever is it that you think is gonna make you feel better, like, because you already have an idea, right? And you're gonna start sharing, and then all of a sudden they're gonna make, no, don't stop drinking coffee. Like, what are you talking about? Like, coffee's so good for you, drink 75 cups of coffee a day. But like, you feel like that coffee for you is no longer working. It could be anything. It could be eating cupcakes every single day. I don't know. You could, every time you eat a cupcake, you could be like running to the bathroom. Meanwhile, this person's going to be like, well, you know what, Aries, maybe if you only eat cupcakes 4 times a week instead of 7 days a week, it's going to be fine for you. So these are poor examples, and I apologize if my examples suck, because they do sometimes. And the point is, if you start sharing what you are trying to do with somebody else, you just might get misguided advice or misguided information that's just going to hinder your process a little bit. This week is all about you figuring out your truth and being disciplined in your own way in order for you to get rid of this energy. So if you know that you're drinking too much alcohol, and the person that you could be sharing this with, they're like, what's another, what's 1 glass a night? Like, what's 1 bottle of wine, Yes, maybe it doesn't mean anything to them. Like, maybe it doesn't affect them as much as it affects you. So you might start having second thoughts. You might kind of question your own self, and you might not let yourself get rid of whatever it is that's trapping you right now. And what the universe wants you to know is that right now, be a listener, be a contemplative individual. Don't ask for advice. Don't share anything. If somebody's talking about changing their own diet, okay, listen to them. I'm like, okay, what makes you say that? Like, why do you want to stop drinking coffee? Why do you want to, not eat sugar anymore? Kind of be the listener. but don't share what is it that you want to do. Maybe by just listening and hearing their reasoning of how they want to change their life, it might give you an idea of how to change your life. However, do not seek anyone's advice. I hope I was clear on that, because the energy is very clear. 8 of Pentacles here, woohoo, as the outcome. And that's all about order, all about conclusion, all about kind of like sticking to your high standards and working very hard to accomplish something. So you will be able to establish a different routine for you, a different lifestyle for you, different outlook on life. You're definitely going to be able to change up your life this week just because you know what's right for you. You are keeping your head clear, not letting your emotions get in the way, not getting any attachments getting in the way, and you will succeed because you're sticking to your personal truth instead of somebody else's advice and somebody else's decision of what's better for you, if that makes sense. Hope this reading helped you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful week, my dear Aries. Hello, my dear Taurus. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st. And look at this. We already have cards jumping out for you. So this is going to be your energy for the week, your subconscious drive, obstacle, support, possible outcome, overall vibe, the Hermit. You're going to be searching for some kind of truth, my dear friend. You're going to be searching for your own personal truth. Something is not working out in your life. Something is not aligning. There's something that you're stuck on and it hasn't been worked through because you haven't allowed yourself enough time to think about it. I do pick up the energy of finances here, even though I don't know what the rest of the cards will say, but there's strong energy of finances. There's something that you are not happy about as it pertains to your financial world. Some of you are going to be figuring out a new budget, trying to figure out what you can and cannot spend, what your needs are, what your wants are. You're going to try to figure out how to increase your finances, maybe. You might try to figure out how to spend the money that you already have. I don't know. But you're going to be really trying to figure out what is working for you, what is not working for you, and how to improve your situation. You're currently in a death energy here. And that's the card that just flew out and flipped over. Yeah, okay, makes sense. And then flew up and it just flipped over. And that's the card of change. There's something changing in your life. And maybe that's why you're feeling like maybe you're financially unstable. Or maybe others of you have won a whole lot of money on a lottery or something and you have surplus of finances. I don't know what it is, but something has shifted in your life where finances were highlighted for you all of a sudden. Maybe they've been highlighted for you for a long, long, long time. And now, right now, you're definitely realizing that something needs to change, something needs to give due to these circumstances that are surrounding you. And you have another card of change here, a page. And, you know, I do feel like maybe some of you are starting a brand new job because pages are indicative of like somebody inexperienced, somebody who is just a student within a certain area, within a certain field. So maybe you just got a new job. Maybe you got a promotion where you're going to be getting a lot more money in. Maybe your job has changed. Maybe you were let go at your job and now you have to figure out how to make your money, you know, how your money be enough for whatever is it that you need. And now you no longer are able to spend the money on everything that you want. I don't know. There's definitely some kind of shift, and that shift definitely is affecting your finances. Maybe you're scared of a divorce because the Five of Pentacles is here in your obstacle. And Five of Pentacles is just the energy of insecurity, energy of poverty, energy of divorce, you know, not having strong relationship with somebody. So for some of you, you might be driven to start looking at your finances because you're realizing that you can no longer rely on your partner. You might realize that you, I don't know, you just not in a strong financial situation anymore. Maybe you got sick, you know, maybe you got a disability of some kind and now you no longer can get as much money coming in, or maybe you're just super scared of poverty, super scared of just not having enough. And that fear, that insecurity, it's what's driving you to reevaluate, you know, your needs and versus your wants. I don't know. You will know. This is a general reading and that's what I'm picking up. Finances are highlighted for Taurus and you will know exactly how it's playing out in your personal life. We have the Hierophant in your strength, which is a great energy for you to have here, because Hierophant is all about this kind of structure, right? Hierophant is all about kind of conformity to what's true and tried, or tried and true. I don't know how to say this. So if you will stick to basics, you will figure it out. That's why I do strongly feel like if you're trying to do a budget, if you truly will figure it out for yourself, if you spend the time and be honest with yourself and figure out, okay, these are my needs, and this is how much it's costing me. These are my wants, and this is how much it's costing me. Even if you have surplus of money, you know, you could still do it from a needs and wants perspective, and then you could see how much more money you have left over to do something else, to invest, to, you know, to secure your life in a much more substantial way going forward. Magician is here. I love it. Magician is your possible outcome for the week, and that's about your will. You know, that's all about your manifestation. It's all about your creation. So you are creating this financial stability around yourself because you're looking into it and because you're making a solid plan not to end up in this energy of poverty or insecurity or need. You're definitely working on it, and that's what the universe wants you to know, because you're putting all this effort into it, because you're trying not to end up in this energy. You will work through it, you will figure out a way, and you will definitely persevere and succeed based on the effort that you're putting into this week. Hope this reading helped you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Gemini. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st. Ooh. Okay. Cards wanted to fall out, but they haven't fallen out yet. So let's see, your current energy, your subconscious drives, your obstacle, your support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe for the week. Ace of Pentacles, money on your mind, my dear friend. You're going to be thinking about new opportunities, new ventures, new ways of generating more financial stability in your life. So you might even start a new business. You might start like a side hustle, get a new job, or just revamp your finances, revamp your budget to figure out how you can get more money, squeeze more money out of what you already have. But definitely money is super highlighted for you for this specific week. Okay, interesting energies here. So you're currently in a Nine of Swords energy. You are feeling insecure about your stability. You're definitely feeling insecure about your stability, and that's why money is so being highlighted for you for this week. There's some kind of anxiety, some kind of sense of hopelessness in your life where you are not feeling like you are secure enough financially. It's kind of like no matter what you do, no matter how much money is coming in, there's always more money coming out. There's always more money that you got to spend on something. And it's kind of like you're working, you're getting money in, but there's so much money keeps on going out that like you can't keep up with this, whatever's going in, whatever's coming out kind of energy. And we got a Hermit here as your subconscious drive, and that's all about understanding and contemplating what is generally most important to you. Like, what is the most important thing for you? I kind of got a similar vibe for the Taurus reading as well. So if you're connecting to a Taurus in some type of way, if you have Taurus in your chart, maybe you should listen to that reading as well, because I'm picking up a lot of the similar vibes here, where for some of you, you're just realizing that the way you've been spending does not really align with where you want to be financially. You might realize the job that you have might not be giving you enough money to cover whatever the needs that you have. So right now you are in this contemplative period where you're trying to figure out, okay, how can I increase my financial stability? How can I make sure that my financial well-being is where I want it to be? So do I start a business? Do I get a new job? Do I get a side hustle? Like, what is it that I'm gonna do to figure out my financial stability? Or am I just gonna revamp my whole budget? What am I gonna do? So the Seven of Swords is here in your obstacle energy, and that's that energy of trying to be very secretive about what you have. It's also the energy of I don't want to say it, but I am going to say it because that's exactly how it's coming to me. It's like wasting money energy. And I feel like many of you realize that you are wasting money on things that are not important to you. Maybe you have a lot of different subscriptions that you're paying for and you're not using. You know, like look at your phone. How many apps do you have, and how many apps do you need to pay for? How many times do you go to the bank and withdraw money that's not your bank, and then you end up having to pay a fee for every time that you take the money out? How many times are you just not smart about like calculating when your bills are due, and therefore you end up paying like the $15 surcharge for like paying something late and whatnot? Like, what are you not doing, and what or to make sure that you're not falling behind on things and then playing catch up? Or what is it that you are doing that's sabotaging you? You know, that's where this Hermit energy comes. It's all about that honesty, being honest with yourself, like really truly being honest with yourself, and kind of like not keeping yourself blind to whatever is happening as it pertains to your financial health, because you can just ignore things and you can be like, okay, but I'm fine, Meanwhile, you're wasting X amount of dollars every month on things that you're not even using. Even if it's $2, if it's $20, if it's $200, whatever it is, you could be using that money towards something else that's a little bit more beneficial for you. You have Knight of Pentacles here. You will be able to get yourself to sit down and evaluate your financial situation for this specific week, which is great energy here. I love that the Knight of Pentacles is here. Knight of Pentacles is all about understanding that you got to be efficient, you got to work hard, you got to be responsible, and you got to be patient with it. Like, you got to give yourself a little grace here, right? If you want to cut out like all these services, first of all, you gotta go look through your credit card statements. Okay, like where does the money go, right? Like calculate how much money goes for food, how much money goes for entertainment every month, how much money did you spend on clothing last month, like whatever it is, like look where the money goes. Then start looking at what what things can be cut out, what can be eliminated, what is it that you're paying for that you shouldn't be paying for in the first place. Like there was one year when I found like 4 different workout apps on my phone, and then I realized that I only used like one 3 times in the whole month. Meanwhile, I paid for 4 different workout apps for the month. What the heck, right? Plus the gym membership. Like something doesn't add up, something doesn't align. Like nobody needs 4 different workout apps if they barely go to the gym. Called myself out. But that's like a perfect example, and sometimes we don't realize, or maybe we're just not being financially savvy when it comes to buying things. Like maybe you're the type of a person who doesn't wait for a sale and just buys whatever you gotta buy because you wanted to buy it like right then and then. And now maybe you go out with your friends too many times in a month, you know. Maybe you could be going somewhere else with your friends where you're not going to spend just like as much money as you're spending. I don't know what it is, but this energy will allow you to honestly look at your financial situation, and it will allow you that clear-mindedness, that tunnel vision to actually sit down and do it without getting distracted, if that makes sense. So take advantage of this energy. 8 of Wands, love it. Very quick moving energy. 8 of Wands also could be indicative of like greedy energy as well sometimes. But the good thing is that this energy is also the energy of completing something, getting something done, putting your things in order and doing it very, very, very fast, you know. So I love the energies for you, my dear friend. There's a lot of financial growth that I see for you, and great energies to really get things done this upcoming week. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet, and have a super wonderful week, my dear friend. Hello, my dear Cancer. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st. Let's check my Cancer energies right here. Subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome, overall vibe. King of Pentacles. Wow. Definitely great energy, and that's all that energy about making right decisions as they pertain to your prosperity, your financial security. You want to be financially stable. You want to have enough prosperity and security to provide for yourself and to provide for your family, right? Like you have a king here, and king is somebody who takes care of their people. You want to make sure that you are able to take care of the people around you, people that you love and people who you care of or about. Let's see what the rest of the cards say. King of Cups. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Look at these cards. So yeah, money is definitely on your mind in a crazy way. And it's more of like, and it's not just like being preoccupied with money. It's making smart financial decisions and smart career decisions in order to help your family here. We got a King of Cups. King of Cups is all about understanding what is good for me, right? Like understanding what works for me. Understanding how you can be kind and nice and supportive to the people around you. So not only are you going to be preoccupied with your work to just make sure it benefits you, you will also be preoccupied with your career choices and your career decisions to ensure that it helps people around you. That energy I'm feeling very strongly. That's why I keep on repeating it. We got a Queen of Pentacles, I apologize, as your subconscious drive. And that's that, again, the energy of being financially stable. Somebody who is very comfortable within their lives. And there's also somebody who's very practical. This is not somebody who's going to take their money and go buy luxury goods, you know. This is somebody who will take their money and make very smart financial decisions. So they're not just wearing, you know, like fancy purses, jewelry, and like whatever else to show. But this is the person who will invest their money into their home, make sure that they're comfortable at home, and make sure that the people who they live with, or people who are in their life, are supported as well. What the universe wants you to really, really, really recognize is that Seven of Swords is here in your obstacle. And that's about deception and being tricked. Sometimes when we want things in our careers to work out, we might believe things that are not exactly true. Does it make sense? So do check and recheck if somebody is giving you a promise. If, let's say, your boss tells you, you know what, Cancer, I want you to get a promotion. You're going to be like, great, this aligns exactly with my goals because I have these career goals. And in my career goal, I want to be making more money. I want to be more financially stable, yada, 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 yada. Instead of just believing them and taking on a whole lot of responsibility, make sure that you actually have a contract in place where you know how much money you're going to get and what exactly this new promotion is going to have you do. Like, have the, outline of your responsibilities as well. Don't just say, okay, great, oh yay, I'm promoted now, and then you never get that money coming to you. Does it make sense? I hope I'm explaining it clear. I feel like I'm not really clear today, even though this energy is so clear to me. Just don't be taken advantage of because you're trying to do better for yourself and your family. Don't let somebody else take advantage of that. Don't let somebody else give you promises, and do not live on promises. Make sure you have everything in a contract. Make sure you have everything, in a written form. Protect yourself. That's all I got here. We got a Knight of Pentacles in your strength. And that's great because you're not scared of responsibility. You're not scared of hard work. Therefore, you're not scared to work for that financial stability. You're not scared to get a raise and do more, right? Like, you're not scared of that. Some people think if they get a promotion and they're too scared of the responsibility that comes with it, even though it comes with more money. But you're not scared of it. You're ready for it. You want it. You're like, I don't care if I gotta work like extra hours. I don't care if I have to do more. I am capable of it. I love it. Page of Cups. Whoop, whoop, whoop. New cycle is coming, Page of Cups, I really feel like it's like that inexperienced person. So I do feel for many of you, you will either get a promotion or you will increase your career perspectives, and you will move forward in your career goals either this week or in an upcoming time frame. But at least this week you will see which way to go. You will figure out the direction of what is it that is going to bring you more money to make sure that you and your family are better off financially. Hope this reading helped you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful week, my friend. Hello, dear Leo. Welcome. This is your energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st. Let's see where my Leo energies are. Your subconscious drives, your obstacle for this week, support, possible outcome, overall vibe. Knight of Wands. I love it. This is all about adventure, all about action, all about figuring out which way to go, what to do, what to start, what to finish, and kind of like how to navigate your life. This is all tapping into your passions as well and your desires. So not only are you going to be planning this week for the future, you're also going to be planning within parameters of what is it that you want. Let's see what the rest of the cards have here. Ooh. Love it, love it, love it. So we got Six of Wands here. You're currently in the Six of Wands energy. You want to be recognized by people around you. You want to be recognized by your colleagues. You want to be recognized by your friends, by your family, by people who surround you. You definitely want to be recognized, and you're willing to work hard in order to get that public reward of some kind. And that's why I felt like right away when I put your cards out, that energy of figuring out how to build your life that is kind of addressing your passions and your desires, while it is also making you visible and making you successful in the eyes of others. You're currently, your subconscious energy is that Four of Pentacles energy. And that's a really kind of, it's a bit of a stubborn energy where you're too scared to lose what you already have. And that is a little bit of contradictory of getting out there and getting things done in a new and novel ways, because you're too scared to lose what you already have, or you're too scared to trust people. You're too scared to that you're going to be disappointed by people as well, which is like a really interesting dynamic here. From one side, yes, you want to do stuff that is satisfying to you and makes you but it also makes you, you know, hold on, hold on. I had like two thoughts at the same time, and that's always confusing. So from one perspective, you want to accomplish your passions and your desires, right? From another side, you also want to please the public. You want to be acknowledged by people around you. So when you want to do what you want, but you also want to do it in a way that makes you look successful from others, yet you don't trust people around you. So especially at your workplace, you don't trust people around you. And it's almost like this weird dynamic. Even though you don't trust them, you still want to be validated by them. Doesn't make sense? You will know, because this is your energy. We got Seven of Cups as your opposition here, and that could be, you know, difficult people in your life, difficult friends, the people who are, you know, compliment you one day, then they kind of take you down the next day. Watch out for those energies. Watch out for people who are not truly on your team. Do not try to impress somebody who really doesn't care about you, because you already know underneath it all who are the people who you can trust and who are the people that you cannot trust. And that's where the Four of Pentacles is here in your subconscious drive. In your support, you got the Page of Wands, which is great, excellent energy. That's the energy of exploration, energy of freedom, energy of like having the desire to create something new, to work on something that's going to make you happy, something that you're passionate about. And I like this energy here because it's going to be available for you. It's going to make it very clear to you that in the end of the day, you gotta please yourself. And that's how you have to plan the 2023 for yourself. You gotta figure out what is it that's gonna make you happy. Because these people who are surrounding you, who can potentially, you know, give you some kind of public public recognition, they're fake friends. They're fickle friends. They're not really your true friends. The only true friend you have is yourself. And that's what the universe is trying to tell you. Please yourself, please your passions, and please your desires, instead of trying to figure out how to please people around you. Ace of Cups, I love it. I love Ace of Cups here. Aces are all about the new beginning, all about the new perspective. And it's all about recognizing that you have to open your heart up to these new feelings that are purging out of you. Those feelings of satisfying your own desires instead of trying to satisfy people around you. This is all about being happy in your own skin, being happy with your family, being happy with what you have, just being truly emotionally satisfied with who you are and what you already have, instead of trying to chase and being recognized by people who don't even matter to you. I hope I'm conveying this message clearly to you, because I feel it very clearly, yet it's kind of like a two-edged sword type of message here. Energy of the new cycle. I see growth here, because you will be able to recognize that when you start accomplishing what truly does matter to you, you will feel happier. And what truly matters to you is your family, your home, and really feeling happy. Pleasing others doesn't really matter to you deep down inside. And that's what the reading is telling me, and that's what this energy is telling me, that this week you are recognizing more and more that pleasing others is never gonna help you go where you want to go, or to where you want to get. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Virgo. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st. Okay, I got some cards on the floor. Oh, I think I pulled my back. Oh, that was a struggle. So this is going to be your energy for the week, my dear friend. Let's see. Your subconscious drives, your obstacle, your support, possible outcome, overall drive, the judgment, the overall vibe, not the overall drive. I apologize. And that's all about reflection, reflecting on where you are, reflecting of where you're going. And it's kind of like really recognizing what things need to change in your life. Your eyes will be open all of a sudden. Your eyes will be open and you will realize that there's something that's missing here. There's something that is not working for you. And you need to change it. So let's see what the cards say. Okay. I feel like this has to do with, for some of you, with work and finances. For others of you, it's just like an overall state of being here. The Temperance is your current energy, and that's all about your path in life. It's the meaning of life. It's finding the meaning of life. Right now, you're trying to figure out the meaning of life. You're understanding that something is amiss. Something is not working for you. Something is just not structured. That's conducive, in a way, that's conducive for your growth. So either you are losing money somewhere, spending too much money somewhere, whether you're wasting a lot of energy on something that's not important, or you are prioritizing things in a way that is taking away your energy and not letting you accomplish everything on your list. I don't know. This is a general reading, so you know how you know, how this applies into your life. But there's something in your life that's not helping you grow. There's something in your life that's keeping you back, and you are recognizing that the structures you have set are not really working for you. And that's why we have the Three of Wands as your subconscious energy, because you are realizing that if you want to continue this life, things need to change. You got to switch things up. So if your schedule is all crazy at your job, you need to change that schedule. You need to kind of make a better life work balance situation going for yourself. If you don't have enough money coming in, or you're spending too much, you need to figure out where's that money going, and what are you wasting your money on, and what can you be using your money for instead. Obviously, some people live paycheck to paycheck, and it's really, there's not a lot of room for, you know, to like not enough wiggle room. However, if you do have certain habits or certain things that you spend your money on that could be changed, do address it, because I feel like many of you already know what those things are. And the Eight of Swords is here in your obstacle. You know, this is that energy of making you feel like there's no other way. When I was talking about finances with you, it's kind of like if you're spending money on a gym membership, but you never go to the gym, yet you feel almost obligated, like, no, but I need the gym membership. Yet you're also realizing deep down inside that you haven't been there in 4 months. So are you really in need of the gym membership? Or are you just using that gym membership as an excuse? Like, so you're not working out, but I have a gym membership. You know what I mean? So it creates some kind of an excuse. Does it make sense? I hope I'm explaining this energy correctly to you. Or if you're really imbalanced at work, like you're working long hours, you're not letting yourself breathe, you find yourself being at work all the time, you know, like working on random projects, and then like you feel guilty of saying, no, that's it, I can't do it. Instead, you're putting yourself in this entrapment energy saying, but I have to do it. You know, how is it that I'm not going to do 100% every single day at my job? Like, how am I going to live with myself if I don't do this, and that? You know, I hope it makes sense to you, because this is the energy that is pretty much killing you, because it's hindering your process. But I also feel like many of you are recognizing these behaviors and these cycles that you've set yourself into, where you feel guilty to get rid of things that don't serve you. You feel guilty of saying no at work. You feel obligated to pay for apps and things that you're not even using because you have some kind of an excuse for it. I don't know. But the universe is telling you that this week you will have enough energy to really, really allow yourself to reflect and figure out what's serving you, what doesn't serve you. You're going to have a lot of energy to change things up. You know, Eight of Wands are all about movement, all about very quick decisions. You're going to recognize this week, okay, I haven't been to the gym in 4 months. Maybe it's over. I'm just going to go for walks from now on. And if anything, I'll work out at home when I have time. Cut that out, cut that expense out. It's over. That's it. Moving on. Now let's find another way we can, you know, get rid of something else in order to increase financial well-being. Or at work, you'll realize, you know, like, that's it. I worked on these 5 projects in the past month. That's it. Next month, I'm only going to work on 4 projects because this is unreasonable. Everybody else in the department only has 2 projects at a time. Meanwhile, I have 5. Doesn't work out. You know, I'm too much of a perfectionist. I got to acknowledge this and I got to change it. I don't know. Something's going to give, and you're going to have this energy this week to change it up. And we have the Four of Cups as the final possible outcome for this week, and that's all about stability and safety. That's what fours are. Fours are stability and safety, and I feel like many of you will be able to disconnect from this energy, from the energy of false responsibility, energy of that false imprisonment, false self-victimization, false obligations that you've established in your life. You will be able to get rid of those things. You will be able to disconnect from them, and you're going to be able to see very clearly what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and cut whatever doesn't work for you out of your life. We have 2 8s here, which is all about completion, concluding something, and restarting something new that's a lot more safe and a lot more stable for you. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Libra. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st. Let's see where my Libra energies are for this week. Subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome, overall vibe, the King of Cups. Very nice energy because this is a very easygoing energy. This is a very calm energy. This is the energy of this energy, as easygoing as you are, as calm as you are, this energy is also slightly detached, and it makes you want to do certain decisions now. Like, it makes you want to resolve things. It makes you kind of solve the problems that haven't been solved in your life as of yet, if that makes sense. Let's see what the rest of the cards have here. Okay, makes total sense to me. So you're currently in the Five of Swords energy, and I feel like you've been very dissatisfied with your work situation. You've been very dissatisfied with where you are in life. You kind of feel gypped at times because you feel like you've been struggling, you've been working hard, you've been kind of putting a lot of effort into your work situation, into your whatever brings you money, whatever brings you financial security. You've been putting a lot of effort into it, and it feels like nothing is coming out of it. Like you've been lied to. You could have been working a lot of hours at work. You could have been working on many different projects. You could have been like spending a lot of time trying to sell something to somebody, and then it's like it's not panning out. You're not getting the money that you were promised at work. You're not getting the resources that you were promised for the projects that you've been working on. You're not getting that bonus that you needed to get, or you were promised to be given for all these projects that you have accomplished. You're not, or the deal did not go through for some reason, even though you've put so much time and effort into it. And the Five of Cups is that subconscious energy, where that energy of loss, energy of self-pity, because something didn't pan out, something didn't work out the way you thought was gonna work out, the way you thought was gonna happen. So now you're financially less stable because you were not given what you were promised, or you did not get that bonus, or you didn't make money because the person didn't sign the contract or whatever. Something did not pan out. So you feel lied to, you feel like you've been deceived, you feel like there's some kind of a loss. And what the universe wants you to know is that the Two of Pentacles is your opposing energy for this week. And that's that energy of pushing through, you know, juggling, making sure everything is done, like piling on, piling on, piling on. What the universe wants you to know right now is take a step back from all of your responsibilities. The King of Pentacles is in your strength. Take a step back. You know, okay, things did not work out. Things did not work out, and that's okay. The abundance will come. The prosperity will come. You have enough. The universe wants you to recognize what is it that you have. Where is your security? Where is your prosperity? We have 2 5s here. That's all about transformation and change. And I feel like for some of you, you will have a transformation in your perspective. You might realize that continue working long hours, continuing busting your butt for empty promises might not be the right situation for you. So for some of you, you might be looking for a different career altogether. Others of you will stop relying on these side projects and will recognize that that does not bring you enough stability, right? So I do feel like a whole change in perception here, and I do feel like I just feel disappointment on your side. I feel very strong disappointment, and that disappointment kind of completely overpowers anything positive in your life. And the universe wants you to acknowledge there's still positivity. You're still a very knowledgeable person. You are an expert in your field. You have a lot to offer. So even if this project didn't work out, even this current work situation is not working out, it doesn't mean that going forward you will not have a much better situation. What you should be doing is figuring out how to utilize your knowledge, how to utilize the skills that you have to better your situation. Instead of feeling like you're not being recognized, instead of feeling like you're not being paid enough. Does it make sense? And for others of you, the universe wants you to recognize that what you do get, what you do have is enough. Yeah, sometimes the bonus could have not worked out at the job, but you could still be getting paid a lot of money at your job. You could still be getting great, health care. You could still be getting great perks and benefits with your job, even if the pay is not what you wanted it to be, even if the bonus didn't come through, even if you lost a sale, there's still benefits there. So the universe wants you to change that perspective, change your attitude, or change your job if you're so unhappy there. However, I feel like it's more of changing a perspective, changing the attitude, because the self-defeating energy is so strong here. It's like blocking my thinking, it's blocking my thoughts, it's blocking me from receiving messages. And I'm sure it's blocking you big time. It's blocking you from seeing how your calmness and your easygoingness and your knowledge base and your skills are making you such a huge asset in your company, in your place of work. And as it, like within your community, within your friends, your family, like people look up to you. People love you, people respect you, people look to you as somebody who is a very knowledgeable individual. Yeah, look at this. If you change your perspective and if you kind of work on getting rid of these nasty energies that are overcoming you so much, the Death card is here as the possible outcome. Once you change the perspective, you will realize that you're no longer trapped, right? It's going to be a new cycle that's going to come into you. New cycle of recognizing that you are worthy. Like you are worthy. You have a lot of great things to give here. Wow, very strong energy. A lot to work with. For sure, a lot to overcome. But I do see change, and I do see a new beginning, and I do see a new perspective here. We got 3 cards that are indicative of change, and we got 2 very strong cards that are very self-assured and very strong attitude here. Wow. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, because it was sure as heck confusing to me. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful week, my dear friend. Hello, my dear Scorpio. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st. Let's see where my Scorpio energies at. Your subconscious drives, your obstacle, your support, possible outcome, and the overall vibe. The Page of Wands. You're going to be thinking about your desires. You're going to be thinking about your passions. For many of you, your personal life is definitely going to be highlighted. And you're going to start asking yourself, like me, Scorpio, which way do I want to go in life? Like, what do I need to bring into my life to make it more exciting, to make it more lively, to feel more free, to feel more satisfied, to feel like there's like joy in life? Does it make sense? So a lot of these big questions will pop up in your head this week. Let's see what the rest of the cards are saying here. Yeah, beautiful. So you're currently in the Empress energy, and that's all that energy about, you know, making sure that life doesn't have any issues, like solving all the issues, solving all the problems, and building something. Empress is a person who's constantly pregnant with ideas. Pregnant with a baby. You could be pregnant. I don't know. Maybe you want a baby. But there's something in you that's building up. And I feel like I felt it right away. You're building up and you're filling up with some kind of desires, with some kind of passions to create a much more exciting life, much more adventurous life that is more free, where you could be more spontaneous, where you explore things that you haven't explored before. And subconscious drive for you is the Two of Wands energy, where you're gonna be planning right now. And you are planning right now, and you're making decisions in regards to what is it that's making you happy? What is it that you need to be integrating into your life to feel like your life is worth living for? So for some of you, could be looking into integrating a new hobby into your life, or restarting a hobby that you had to stop for some kind of reason, right? You know, sometimes work gets in the way, babies get in the way, you know, families get in the way, whatever it is. Something got in your way, and you probably had to stop a hobby. For others of you, you've always wanted to start a specific hobby, but you never had an opportunity to do it. Like, you never had the guts to do it. Maybe you didn't have the resources to do it. But now you're finally realizing that this is the time. If not now, then when? That's like the big question. So you are figuring it out. You are trying to figure it out, and you are figuring it out of how to make your life better, more exciting. And again, like, I really do feel like it's hobbies, it's activities. It's like going to the gym, you know, like going for walks, going to some kind of joining a club of some kind, joining a community center, you know, where they have the little classes, like the painting class, drawing class, clay making class. I don't know what it is, workshop, wood shop. Maybe you haven't read in a long time, and you're realizing, like, wait a second, like, I'm so passionate about books and I haven't been able to read, and now is the time to, you know, start planning. Okay, every night, instead of watching TV, I can read a book for 20 minutes instead. kind of like making those decisions, making those choices. What the universe wants you right now is that your happiness right now is not exactly in the people that surround you, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to say like family doesn't make you happy, or your friends don't make you happy. What the universe is telling you that your hobbies and your desires will make you the most happy right now. If you can share your hobbies with your friends, your community, and your family, that's wonderful. If you can, like, you and your friends can crochet together, that's awesome. Or join the painting class together, great. If your family and you can start going on runs every morning, awesome. However, your happiness is not gonna fall on their presence or the lack thereof. Your happiness is gonna stem from within you, because you're actually doing what you've been trying to do for a long time. And your strength is the moon energy. And that's that intuitive energy. It's having that difficult search within yourself and figuring out, what do you want? What makes you happy? Like, allowing yourself to put away all of these things that interfere with what you want to do, and letting yourself enjoy yourself through these passion projects, through these things that you desire to accomplish. So this could look like, as I said before, like if you're a reader and you haven't been reading and now you want to read again, instead of watching TV for 20 minutes before you go to bed, you will put TV aside and you will use the 20 minutes to read books. If you, you want to start running, for example, now you're going to wake up 20 minutes earlier every morning to go running, or you will find time after work to go running. Like, you will just reshift your life, reconfigure your life in a way that will allow you to bring this activity in, if that makes sense. And even though it's going to be trial and error, because the moon energy is not very clear energy always, it might take a trial and error to figure out when to do it, when to integrate it. Maybe you're going to try one way one week and a different way the next week. What I like about this energy is that you're not going to give up. Or at least this energy is not going to just let you give up. It's just going to let you try to do it in a way that's more convenient for you. 10 of Pentacles, yes. Possible outcome, 10 of Pentacles. That's all about that happiness. That's all about satisfaction. And it's also, this energy will allow you to be more, how do I say it? Like, when you're happy, when you're just satisfied about your life, other things in your life just come to you. They fall into place as well. So what the universe is telling you, that if you pick up on these passion projects and if you do those things that you desire to do, your work-life situation will go smoother. You will have more money. You will have more things coming your way, because your vibration is going to be higher, because you're going to be happier. And once you're happy, everything else is just going to come to you much easier, because happy people have higher vibration. When you have a higher vibration, more things with that vibration attract to you. So it's kind of that circle, right? Great energy. I love it. I love how you're changing. I love how you're trying to, change your life to integrate the things that actually make you happy. Wow, beautiful energy. Hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful week, my friend. Hello, my dear Sagittarius. Welcome. This is your intuitive energetic check-in for the week of December 26th through January 1st. We already have one card that flew out. That's going to be your energy, your subconscious drives, obstacle, support, possible outcome, overall vibe, the Emperor. I love it. The Emperor is here telling me that you're trying to figure out how to make your life more stable. And you are the one who wants to take charge over your life. Like, you are realizing that you are responsible for your own happiness, and you have a lot of things that are in the locus of your control in your life. And right now you are not scared to reshift your life, to reconfigure your life in a way that's going to be a lot more substantially beneficial for you in the long term. You're realizing that with your hands, you are able to accomplish a lot, and you are driven to change things up in a way that's going to make your life a lot more happy and a lot more stable. And now let's look at this. You are in a Nine of Cups energy, which is all about stability, emotional stability. You know, you want to be emotionally stable, and that's what you're seeking right now. You want to be emotionally stable, you want to have enough, you want to be prosperous, you want to make sure that you are satisfied, and you have joy in life because of what you have accomplished. And we have a Three of Pentacles energy here as your subconscious drive. You're also realizing that you have many connections in your life. You're connecting to many people who are of help to you. With those people, you're able to accomplish a lot. And you're realizing that right now, if you reach out to your friends, if you reach out to your colleagues, if you reach out to your acquaintances, you could be the facilitator of big change, because you have great ideas. You have this insane drive to change something up in your life. And by utilizing the people that you already know, this change can actually manifest itself into something. What the universe wants you to know is right now is not the time to start something brand new yet. Like, not this week. This week is not to start something brand new as of yet. Like, there's no need to sign any contracts this week. There's no need to kind of solidify anything in writing. This is the week about conversation, about talking, about maybe just reaching out to all these people that you know, to kind of rekindle the communication with people that you haven't spoken in a long time, if that makes sense. Instead of just picking up the phone and like telling somebody, hey, I have this idea, let's do it. Especially if you haven't spoken with them for like 6 months and whatnot. Kind of start it off slow. That's what the energy is all about. Start it off slow, because you might feel very restless. You might feel like you gotta do it now. You gotta get all these things accomplished right now, like right away. And you get this Emperor, like fiery energy. You're already a fiery individual. Fire plus fire equals more fire, unfortunately, for everyone around you. I'm joking, obviously. So just the universe wants you to know, like, take it slow. The restlessness is not gonna help you. And you got the Ten of Swords in your strength here. And the Ten of Swords is all about a new beginning is coming. It's available to you. You are on the brim of finishing up this cycle that you're going through right now, and the new cycle is about to start. But you don't have to push for that new cycle to start. That's where the Page of Swords, that new cycle, isn't your obstacle. Don't push for it. Let things come natural, and this new cycle will come to you naturally. So right now, utilize your friends, utilize your acquaintances, start the conversations, talk about things, but don't jump into anything as of right now. Things will come naturally. You cannot fight against the universe. It never works. You'll just do double the work. Page of Pentacles. Whoop, whoop. I'm dancing, by the way. What did I tell you? The new cycle will start if you let the universe do its thing, right? And the difference between Page of Swords and a Page of Pentacles here is the Page of Pentacles is a much more patient student. So with patience, you will get into this new cycle. And this new cycle will be prosperous to you. This new cycle will be very rewarding to you. It will definitely bring, set forth like a lot of your desires, and it will help you really accomplish a lot of the things, like a lot of the ambitions that you have. So really good energy. I love the energy a whole lot for you, my dear Sagittarius. Just be patient. With patience, things will come. Don't try to control things too much. Once you relinquish that control and let the universe take care of you in the right way, things will come to you. I hope this reading clarified a couple of things for you, my dear friend. Like the video and click subscribe if you haven't done so as of yet. And have a super wonderful week, my friend.